So far we had completed this home screen functionality, like if we click on headphone it will show the data of headphone, and if we click on smartwatch it will show the data of smartwatch. So we are done with the home screen functionality and like UI stuff. Now if you see on the Figma, whenever we click on any product it should open a product details screen. Okay, so now we have to design this product details screen. Okay, so let's go on the code and design this product details screen. For this, let's go to the app.jsx, and here if you see guys, here we had just created one stack screen that is called home screen, and the file component name is called home screen. All right, now let's go to the source and let's go to the screen, and here I have to create another file that is called product details screen.jsx. all right, so we had created one component that is called product details screen, and let's type RFCE. okay, no, not bad, my bad, it should be RNFES, React Native Default Functional Export, along with a style sheet component. Let's hit enter. So as you can see that it has created one component. All right, you can also write it, that's totally up to you, but we had used this ES7 extension which help us to write the code. All right, so we had created this component, product details screen component. Now let's go to the app.jsx, and here I'm gonna just duplicate this line of code. Okay, copy and paste this line of code, and here I'm gonna make this name as a product details screen, product details, like this. Okay, so this so I created another stack screen that is called product details screen, and I'm gonna import this component product details screen. All right, now we can see that product details screen here, and we are rendering the product details screen. All right, now whenever we click on any this product it should open to the product details screen. All right, so how we can do that? Let's go to the home screen. Okay, and here if you see guys, what we are having here, we are having a render item, and here we are having a product card component which is looping. This is the product card component. Now let's go to the product card component, and here what I'm going to do, I'm gonna use some code, like I'm gonna write one function called handle product details screen. Okay, and it's gonna be an arrow function like this. Okay, and here I'm going to write the logic to navigate from one screen to another screen. For that I have to use one hook that is called navigation. Const navigation is equal to use navigation from the React navigation native okay, from the React navigation native. Okay, now after that I had created I initialized this hook const navigation is equal to use navigation, and after that here I have to write navigation dot navigate. Okay, and here I have to pass the name, I have to pass the screen name, like on which screen you want to navigate. So I want to navigate to the product details screen. Okay, now let's go to the product card component and write product details screen. Okay, now I'm just copy the name. Okay, and let's go here. So here you can see that this is a touchable opacity. We are using touchable opacity for this card, so I'm gonna use on press event here like this. Okay, and handle product details screen. So whenever user click on this, it will call this handle product details screen, and here we can see the data handle product details screen. All right, now one more thing which I supposed to do, guys, I want to pass this data, like whatever this data is rendering here, I want to pass this data to the product details screen. So how we can pass that? So we have to write just one, I have to write bracket, and we have to write item. Okay, so whenever we pass the item, it will navigate to the product details screen along with this data. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to tell you guys, here you can see that here we are rendering this image, title, brand, and the price. Right now this all the data we want onto the product details screen. Okay, so how we can get that data? For that I am passing this data to the next component. Okay, so for that I'm using use navigation hook, and inside this navigation dot navigate in a second parameter I'm passing the item. Okay, now after that let's go to the product details screen, and here I'm gonna write one hook that is called I think use location, maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, it should be a use route, not use location. It is a hook that is called use route. Okay, so I'm gonna import this use route hook, and here after that, and I'm gonna write here what I'm gonna write item maybe. Okay, and now after that I'm gonna write route.params. Okay, now if I console the item, let's console the item, let's reload the app. Okay, now let's click on this Apple Watch. Okay, awesome. Now if you see that inside this item we are getting one object item, and after that we are getting this product data. This product data is coming from, you know, this data which we are looping. Like if I show you the data, like data, this is the data which we had created, like smartwatch data. So this is the object we are getting here. Okay, so let me explain you guys once more. So for what we had done, so it become easier for to understand. First of all, we went to the app.jsx, and here we had created another screen that is called product details screen. Okay, and we are rendering a product details screen component like this. Okay, now let's go to the product details screen component, and here I'm using one hook that is called use route hook. Okay, and here, okay, before that let's go to the home screen component, and here you can see that we are having a product card component. Okay, inside this product card component, this is the product card component. So whenever user click on any product, so we are calling a function that is called handle product details screen. Okay, so we are calling this navigation.navigate product details, and we are passing this item. Okay, whatever the current item is it. So what does this parameter, like this line of code, do? It will navigate from one screen to another screen. But what this item property do here? The item property is like this. So this is the one item, right? This is the item which we are rendering the data. So we are passing this item, we are passing this data to the next screen. Okay, now let's go to the product details screen here, and here if you see guys, we have just created one normal component like product details screen, and here we are using a one hook that is called use route hook. Okay, so what is the use of use route hook? So use route hook help us to read the data, like whatever the data we had passed in the parameter, we are going to read that data. So we had console this data, so we had used use route.params. Okay, and we are initialize a variable called item, and we are consoling the item. So if you see that item is like a one object, and here inside the item object, item key, we are having one object like this. Okay, so instead of having like this, I'm gonna add one more property that is called route.params.item. Now if I reload the app, let me reload the app, and if I click on Apple Watch, let's click on Samsung Galaxy Watch. So we are getting this object, right? This is how we are passing a data from one component to another component, or like this is how we pass the data from one screen to another screen in React Native. All right, so after this, like if I just, you know, I want to show the name, like, you know, if you guys don't believe, like, you know, the data actually passed or not, so here you can see that text. All right, so I'm gonna write item dot name. Okay, now let's click on this Apple Watch, so you can see that we are getting the name of the product. And again, if I click on this, so we are getting this Apple Watch SE. If I click on Samsung Galaxy, so we are getting the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Okay, so far we had learned that how we pass the data from one screen to another screen. All right, now after that we are going to create this header component. Okay, now how we can create this header component? So for this, you guys can use this image, but we are going to use React Native vectors icons. Okay,